Hey there, happy Monday. A name of one of my favorite bands from back in the day, the Happy Mondays. But okay, we're not going there. I've been on a whole music trip the past few days, listening to the channel Trash Theory and their series. Oh dear, New British Canon. I've been loving it lately. I've been subscribed to them for a long while, but I've kind of been on a binge with their videos lately. But anyway, so I may do more than just color a mandala, but I do want to color a mandala. So there's that. Um, I don't know. I might use crayons. I have been just in a state of waiting for deliveries because our weather has not been good for driving. And something that I found out today, this morning when I woke up, my other the other set of Bic crayons that I had ordered because I thought just in case, um, and I had ordered them the same time I ordered these, and I was wondering, like, am I really gonna get these? I don't know. Had problems with both orders. Ordered them back in November. This morning, I got a notice that they're delivering that other set today. And there's the tracking number actually works for the first time since December, so the beginning of December. So yeah, it looks like they're really coming today, which is cool. That set actually has 36 crayons. So we'll see what happens when I get them. I will definitely show them, and now I feel less um, careful about using these. Like, I'm not afraid now. It's like, oh, once I use them, they're gone. um, I got a backup. So, um, yeah, so that, and then I've been waiting for things for setup for my desk and another set of lights because one reason that, like, that, among other things, power outages and things like that, um, haven't been coming on because the lighting, um, since I moved my uh, lights on my desk around, the lighting isn't as good for me for coloring. It's like I keep casting shadows when I with my hand when I color, and I can't see what I'm coloring well. Um, so I've purchased another light, and it was supposed to get here. When was it supposed to get here? I can't even remember now. Somewhere like Saturday, I think maybe it was. But it has just not stopped snowing. It has not stopped snowing since last Wednesday, I think. No, last Thursday. Because they said we were supposed to get the snow initially last Wednesday, but it actually didn't start until Thursday. And it started Thursday evening and it did not stop. Um, so, yeah, that's pretty much it. We have about 2 feet, which really isn't bad for around here, but it's been like a whole year basically, almost, since we've had this, much snow. So people don't know how to drive in it. They got to get used to that all over again. And I don't know, Amazon drivers may not be used to it being like this out here because a lot of our winters we've had a lot of melts. So maybe when they came to deliver, it really wasn't that bad. There wasn't a lot on the ground. You could see asphalt and things like that. We had our driveway and things cleared, but um, we've been having a hard time keeping up with keeping our driveway cleared because of the way the snow has been falling. And some flakes were so big that I could actually see the shape of the snowflake from my kitchen window. That has never happened to me before in my life, and I've lived in snow countries snow areas of the world, not the world, of New York State, basically all my life. Um, yeah, they were. It was. I wished I could have taken a picture of it, but I was pretty sure it wasn't going to come out well. And snowing hard and big flakes, and then the wind blowing snow sideways, and all the regulation kind of blizzardy kind of thing. Although technically, I don't know if it was a blizzard. I don't know if it was classified as one, but for sure you didn't want to be really out in it if you didn't have to be, because um, it just kept changing. It kept snowing, but it kept changing for the longest time, and then it would stop for a little bit, finally, but then it would start up again. And when it started up, it would start up with a really, really hard snow. Like it just was like dense and constant whiteout conditions every time it snowed. It was really, really, it was something to see. Again, not that unusual for here, but that's what we know we're in for. Being near the lake, that's what happens. But it's always an adjustment the first time in the season when it happens. Hey, Mandy. I'm really glad that I didn't have to go anywhere. Although if I did have to go somewhere, I think it may have very well have been canceled anyway. But or I would have had a reason to cancel, because the thing about lake effect is it will be snowing like heck in one place and doing nothing in another place. But I think people around here are kind of used to the fact that that might be. So if you say, like, I can't see a thing and I can't get out my driveway, yet they can, they get it. That's what happens around here. I'm trying to change my. Um, yeah, we lost power on Friday afternoon, right? It was kind of like an hour after I did my live on Friday, we lost power. And we didn't have power until 6 o'clock in the evening. And our generator wasn't working. And so I think we need a new motor for our generator. It's like an outdoor thing that's hooked up to, all the major things inside. I kept praying while my husband was trying to start it up over and over and over and over again, because it wouldn't stay on. Every time he started, it's like everything would like just come on, and I was praying and praying that it wouldn't send um, any kind of surge or anything to my computer stuff, because like I've already been through enough with all my computer stuff. I didn't need them to be damaged by a surge. They're all connected to surge protector things, but those things are not guaranteed, and it's different around here. That a surge somewhere else could be totally different here, because things just are weird around here. Turned out a transformer, I think two transformers were messed up. I don't know. They had changed one near us the year that like we had where a tree across the road had fallen down. I think I did a video after that whole event. Um, and it took like a whole bunch of lines down and everything, and it was crossing the road, and I kept calling people from the county and stuff saying, look, tractor trailers come down this road. There's no indication that they shouldn't go down this road that I know of. Somebody needs to get up there, because the way they come down that hill, somebody's gonna, have an accident, and I don't want them running into my house. But anyway, so I don't know. It must have been further down that the two transformers or whatever blew up or whatever. So they had to come and replace that, which like it's pretty fast that they did it actually, if you consider like what it is, what they had to do, and the weather they had to do it in. That that was a lot. So I'm thankful for that. Um, all my devices seem to be okay. The freezer seems to be okay. I was concerned about all of that because, like I said, even though they're connected to surge protectors, one, that many times being started, restarted, whatever, all that nonsense, I didn't know what was going to happen. It just was crazy. It was a crazy day, crazy evening. So because it gets dark early now, we were in the dark for a few hours, and I let's see, what did I have? I did have I don't know, I had a way where I could have light, but I didn't want to use up things on my battery backup because I really have my battery backup not to like be living off of it, you know, but just to be the cover between when the power goes out and the generator kicks in. So it's kind of like my little ladder in between. And I don't want to use up all that's in it on just working on it. So I just gave up on working on anything, and I think actually I went and took a nap. I was like, oh, forget it. I was disgusted at that point. Um, I do. Well, see, I wasn't relying on wasn't thinking our generator would fail, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave that alone. Where I was going to go with that. But I probably should have some kind of backup for that, but I kind of, I don't know. I don't like having things like kerosene and stuff around, but they are. I mean, my husband has all that kind of stuff in the garage, so my mother always had like those hurricane lamps in case of a power outage. I don't think we ever had to use them either. That's the interesting part. Um, but I probably should have some things like that around just in case. So I need to do some investigation and do that. Although my inclination is just to just give up, don't do anything, just go to bed. Doesn't matter the lights are out if your eyes are closed. Thank you. This is from the book 100 Mandalas, Stress Relieving Mandala Designs for Adults Relaxation, New and Expanded, by Mandala Craft. Or Mantra Craft. Sorry, wrong name. Pretty sure I got this off of Amazon. Like everything. I still have that other one that I'm doing the one color challenge with, but I don't know where the book is at the moment. Actually, I had to tear my desk up the other day, just trying to find a way to um, continue working when the power went out. And so my cords are all reversed and like all kinds of weirdness going on. I didn't realize that my other computer was not plugged into the battery backup yet. And so that was out, and that's the one I was doing most of my work on. So I was trying in the dark, trying to switch cords. Yeah, that was like ridiculous. I should have just at that point just laid down, took a nap, said forget it. But yeah, so and why was I saying that? I don't remember why I was saying that. But yeah, I've been through the past few days. There's just been a whole lot going on. Kind of like sticking with the blue. It's not the color for the month though. I do have that other one though. Oh, that's where I was. Why I was talking about all that. So because I had to move, I was moving all kinds of stuff around, trying to make things work. I don't know where that book is. I put it somewhere. It is probably somewhere close to me, but I don't know exactly where that is. And everything's precarious because of all the stuff I was moving, trying to switch around chords, and I'm not willing to like put myself through that at the moment. But I am saving myself for putting myself through that when I get my new light. So that's what I'm waiting on. My new light. Then I'm probably going to put in that riser for my printer. Whether I put it under my printer or put it under my other computer, I'm not still haven't decided yet. But when I do that, that's what I'm just going to be totally revamping the top of my desk. I'm going to have to get my lighting that I want. Um, yeah, it's been a weekend. It really has. I want to use more blues, but I feel like is it just too much? Is it too much? I don't know, but I'm going to use it and go over it with something else after maybe. Ooh, excuse me. Hi, Maritza. Happy Monday. So it hasn't really snowed today. Not significantly at all, which is kind of a miracle. But we're supposed to get more today. I haven't looked at like tomorrow yet. But yeah, it was something else. Then I noticed there was a storm chaser. I found him, when was it? Was it Saturday? Or was it Friday? Was I watching him Friday before the power went out maybe? Um and I watch them like when they do tornado, when they're chasing tornadoes and things like that. And so I turned it on. It's like, oh, they're chasing a snowstorm. And so I just looked at it and I know that road. I was like, wait a minute. And they were up here. They were in my neighborhood. I was like, wow. So as they're going and they're going further north, it's like I know everywhere they're headed and I know where they are. It was pretty wild. It's not often they come this far east. So, and usually, like they're either in the south, down south, um, and kind of, well, Florida. I think they've been in Florida. And also, like, kind of mid, like central, south in the U.S. And a lot of times they're in the Midwest, because of tornadoes. So it was unusual to find them here. I thought, yep, this is how we live. First you're thinking, oh, it's so pretty, and then comes this dread. Oh, I got to go out in there, and then comes the, you just do what you got to do. You put on the boots, you put on the coat, you got the layers on, you got the stuff in your trunk just in case, and you head out. And it was our turn this time, so because the snow tends to bounce, like on the lake. Well, I always say it bounces. It doesn't always bounce, but it always, like, it depends on where it's positioned. Sometimes it could be positions where it's going like straight through like the middle of Lake Ontario and it'll hit Tug Hill. Sometimes it'll go up and it'll hit Canada, or sometimes it'll go down and it'll hit us. Sometimes it'll go down further and it'll hit the cities below me. So it's like crazy. It does even more than that too. It's just crazy. But I'm used to it. The only time I wasn't used to it was when we got 7 feet. That was like, no. That was like, no. No, what is this? No. I want a darker blue. I need my crayons. My crayons. Here's my crayons. Going for the Crayolas. Boy. Yeah, we're probably going to get that too, Mandy. Just give it like a few days. It seems like that's what happens. What color is that? What is this? Bluebell. These darn Crayolas. These are crazy names. I have no idea what color Bluebell is. We're going to find out. Okay, I'm going over the line too. But I'm just trying to relax because it has been very stressful. Then there was some stuff, I guess I had gotten some emails, or there was something that I needed to do for work, and I didn't get the email because we didn't have the power. I didn't see the email, because we didn't have the power. And I couldn't do anything anyway because we didn't have the power. So I wound up doing most of that last night, and I got to do a little bit of it today. And I feel like, I just have been feeling like, where's my break? Where's my rest? I don't have any. And that's a problem. I was praying about that. How do you get rest when people don't let you rest? Or people don't aid your rest? I think I had to get militant about it. But no, I'm just asking God, show me how, because you know what I got, and you know what I'm up against. I need help, because I want to rest, but folks ain't letting me. Circumstances aren't letting me. Oh, it's crumbing. I hate that. It's doing that on the other crayon. I forgot I can blend with these. With the, what do you call them? With the Bic crayons. Let's see that. So we'll see if that other set of crayons, if they all come in one piece. Because they took a long time to get here, so... Oh. And then we'll see where they came from, too. I'm thinking they must have come from France, too, to take this long. Didn't say that's where they were going to come from, but it's just like these. They didn't say they were going to come from the UK. I had no idea. That might have kept me from ordering them. Ah, that's a nice book. They have that one. I think I may have gotten that one used from Thrift Books. Yeah, I also spent some time trying to find the download page thing for Johanna Basford, her downloads. And then I went through this whole trip, and I finally realized I have always been having a problem with trying to access things on her page. Because I thought I wasn't signed up when I went to go, but I get her emails. I was like, well, why do I get her emails and yet I'm not signed up? I went to the site, tried to sign in. I can't, it said, I don't know. It kept giving me different messages. First, it kept telling me my email wasn't registered. And it's like, I know my email must be registered because I get emails from you. And I would have had to sign up for the mailing list to do that, which means you have my email. So then when I don't know, I was getting all kinds of strange messages, like trying to register, let's see, no, asking for the password, clicking the forgot password link, and then going to, reset, and it says, oh, there's already an email registered by that name. It's like, what? Like, but you're telling me I'm not because you won't let me in. Like, just this real circular thing of problems. So I think it's just not meant for me to get her stuff because this is not working. I don't know. I tried it in a different browser too. Same difference. So make sure all my, malware detection things and all that were off, and still same thing. It's like it's just not meant to be. It's kind of darker. I kind of would like it darker than that, but I don't think I have a darker blue that I can find. Well, the outer space maybe. That says indigo. I think that one's kind of, I don't know. I kind of don't like that other blue one. So that was kind of exasperating, dealing with the Johanna Bastford website. I don't know what's up with that. So now all weekend I pretty much have been working on work stuff. Because I lost time on Friday and had an additional thing to work on. I still need to finish today. I need some kind of presence of mind to be able to deal with it. I'm asking God for it. I got it last night when I got that message, and it definitely was the Lord that helped me do that because I was not in the headspace or the mood. It really is like flaky smearing. So I'm thinking these crayons, they don't like this paper. They don't like this paper as much. This paper seems to have a little more tooth, and it doesn't like it. It's crumbling on this. What are we going to put in besides blue? So I just tried to make some egg foo young, and it was more like an egg foo no. But I wound up turning a little bit of it into fried rice, which I ate. I put enough rice in there for, a bowl of fried rice. And I took some of the egg foo young stuff and put it I just made fried rice out of it. So I'm probably going to do that with the rest of it. I know what I'm going to do the next time I try to make it. The next time I try to make egg foo young, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it the way I did it. I was trying to use up some cabbage, and and some shrimp that I had in the freezer, and I thawed it out. I thought, oh, let's make shrimp egg foo young. I watched a video the other day and said, okay, let me do it. Well, I had too much, basically, is what the problem was. I needed to use more than one pan and cook it in two different pans at least. Or make like little patties and just not try to put the whole freaking thing in the pan at once, which was what I did because, I just was like, get her done. I ain't got time for this. Just need to eat something. Haste makes waste. Oh, I can't say that word. Haste makes waste. But it's still in the pan. Like I said, I'm gonna make fried rice out of the rest of it. Maybe I'll freeze part of it and have it for another time to make fried rice. But I probably could add more egg, and make egg foo young out of like in smaller patties, which I might do. But then it also makes it sound like I don't know, the combination of the oil and the eggs, it makes it sound like, good lord, cholesterol nightmare. Hi, Crafty Nook. Nice to see you. Happy Monday. So what do I always like brown with blue, but let's try something different. Maybe. Or not. Maybe we'll just keep it blue. I tend to do that a lot though. Let me look at some of these other ones in here. I like to do something different from what I did before. So let me see. The orange. There's blue. Put purple with it. Did I finish it? I didn't finish it. I need to finish that. That I didn't finish. It's different. Didn't finish this one either. Some Christmassy one. Finish that one. So I got a blue with purple. I am going to do blue with brown because I can. I don't know when somebody's going to come to work on the generator, because somebody's going to have to come to work on the generator. I mean, this is the season for things like snowstorms, ice storms, although we generally don't lose power during snowstorms, and I still don't understand why we did. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why we lost power. And it would be nice if I don't know if you can tell me, like, why. Because that usually doesn't happen. Ice storms, yes, that's when the tendency is to lose power. But not snowstorms. I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't ever recall losing power during a snowstorm in all my life. I don't remember that happening. But if somebody, and like I said, I haven't been out to see where that happened because it was way down the road. Which I thought, if it's way down the road, why is it affecting us? But I guess I don't know. Somehow we were connected. or maybe it just triggered, triggered like a domino effect with all of the transformers or something. I need something to blend. I saw something not that long ago. Where is it? Is it still here? Maybe not. I had another Q-tip. Maybe I moved it away. Shoot. I want to blend. Hey, Mary. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. It's weird though, because I mean we're built for it up here. You know what I mean? So they know what we get. So usually, like everything is the infrastructure is built for that. So that's why I found it so odd. It's like why are we losing power? Unless it just was maybe it was an old line or something. Maybe it was an old transformer. And they're just waiting until, don't, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and then it broke. Oh my gosh, I need something to blend. Oh, and I don't feel like moving too much around here. Let's see. And I don't know. Got a piece of cardboard here. Maybe I'll use this. I can use. Really don't want to, but. Okay, now where are you? I really moved stuff, didn't I? There we go. Where's I just saw it. Everything I'm looking for. Oh boy, yeah. So it's been a trying few days. It really has. I am thankful that I wasn't doing laundry on Friday because I actually was going to, and then things were getting in the way for me to do it. And I guess it's a good thing because like it would have like conked out in the middle of the load. Who knows if that might have done a weird surge thing with that? That would have been a nightmare. So using Gamsol to blend this because because I just wanted to blend more. I'm gonna have to clean this brush before I do another color. Oh, that's sad. The fish died. Yeah, having gas during an ice storm is a nice thing. That's why I kind of like. I don't really want an electric stove. So we have our stove is gas, but it runs on propane, but it has like the electric igniter, but we can like start it without that. Just use a lighter. Yeah, that's one reason why I don't really want ever an electric stove. I remember when I stormed when I was younger. I went over my best friend's house, and because everybody was doing this, I think, but we all wound up gathered over at her house, and so because she didn't want the turkey to spoil, and it would, with not having power. So I think it was like I don't know 3 or 4 days that a lot of people were without power too. So she said, "Well, I'm making a turkey dinner. We got the turkey in the freezer. We're taking it all out, and we're making a turkey dinner. Come on over." So we basically had Thanksgiving that day. And we're sitting around the table. We all have on, well, some of us, or all of us, we had on blankets and things, and we're sitting around the table. That's because she had a gas stove, that could do that. Any of that. Yeah, I don't like ice storms at all. Not at all. No, those things are really like for the longest. But we had one in like 2003, and I actually had to come down here after that because at the time I wasn't living here. But I had to come down to the college to for orientation, and the drive down, it was just like all the damage. You could tell like who got it worse because it was just the trees were just like devastated. Totally different look from before. And it took a long time for that stuff to grow back up. Yeah, I heard that. And I guess I can see like why that might be over there. But I think they were talking about doing that in New York State, and people protested, rightly so, because we are not California. It's a different atmosphere, it's a different place, and we're not prone to earthquakes or anything like that. Although, we get them, but I found out what was it, last summer? Summer before last or whatever. But yeah, so it's not, we're more likely to get snowstorms and ice storms, things like that, for which having a gas stove is actually a bonus, you know, because we're more likely to lose electricity than we are, to have anything be wrong with the gas, period. Okay, I need to pour some of this out in a little cup, and I don't think I got one of those here either. I wasn't prepared for this. And I hate to use the cap, and I hate to dip it in the thing, but I'm going to do it. Ooh, that was too much. I should have watered. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I do. See, every time I see something on my desk, and then when I'm actually looking for it, I don't see it anymore. How does that work? Last one. Yeah, you had some serious waves that were working there. What, last week or the week before? Kind of tsunami like 13 feet or something like that, they were saying. I have cousins that live there, like in the Bay Area. I don't really talk to them. I mean, not because of anything, except like kind of lost touch. But I know they live there. Hear from them every once in a while, or hear about them. If somebody catches me up on them, what they're doing. That's crazy, though. Wow, those waves. I watched some videos with people watching the waves. And some people walking on the beach, just like, really? It only takes a second. Only takes a second for it to move and take you away. Don't. Mother Nature's no joke. I know it's pretty, I know it's thrilling, I know it's exciting, but you gotta be safe. Yeah, it's just like everything is just, I don't know. I thought I was going to do it this weekend, but then the stuff didn't get here because of the storm. So, and I kind of actually, like, I was praying, it's like, please don't come out here now. Don't come out here now. I can wait. It's not worth it. The way, like, I mean, the whiteout and how, you know, unexpected the whiteout is, like, it'll just suddenly just happen, and you don't know how long it's going to go on for. It could last for an hour, it could last for 2 hours, or it could last for 5 minutes. You just don't know. And it depends also on where you're driving, because you could be like just in 1/4 of a mile, it's not doing anything. The next 1/4 of a mile, it's doing it. You know, it's just like that. It's, you know, you drive into whatever you drive into, and you don't know what you're going to drive into. So I was like, please just wait. Just wait. It's not that serious. Oh, really? I had somebody, my best friend actually, she lived in Wairika. I guess it's Eureka and Wairika or something like that. That's where she lived. She loved it there. Before I knew her, she had lived there. By the way, I have two best friends, by the way. One male, one female, and the male one has passed. What next? I need to clean this brush. I can't use it again for the stuff until I clean it. Let's check and see if the other crayons have gotten here. Because I'm upstairs. I can't really hear nothing or see nothing. This is out for delivery since this morning. Delivered today. Okay, let me check and see if my husband got the mail, because they said they were put in the mailbox. One sec. I think I'll also take the opportunity to wash my brush tip. And I'm going to put some music on while I'm gone, which won't be long, but Okay, they are in the mailbox, but my husband hasn't gotten the mail yet. So, and for me to go outside, I'm going to have to suit up because it's like 13 degrees outside. Yeah, so I am not. It would take me longer than a few seconds to go out there and get it. So I'm not going to be going out there right now. I think I did wash my brush. And, okay, let's see this. Did I get any? No. Yeah, there we go. And I guess it also said I'm supposed to get the light too today, but like in a separate, it's like a separate shipment. At first it said it gave different days. Like I was supposed to get the light. I ordered some books. So it gave the books and the lights all different days that I was supposed to get them. Like the 9th, the 10th, whatever. And then I looked again and it said they're all coming today. I'm like, okay, whatever. Whenever it gets here. I don't know if they were looking at the weather or what, but the weather definitely screwed them up. So let's see. What we got? I want that to be darker. I can't get that to be darker. Why not? You know what'll do it? That Indothone blue or whatever. That blue that scared the crap out of me when I first used Prismacolors and it totally screwed up my page. Is this it? Yep, this one. That blue is insane. But you know what? We found a purpose for it, or a use for it. There are places where we can let it be crazy. And it seems like Prismacolors like Gamsol. See, it's crumbling in there. So we're going to let it do what it do. Okay, now that totally wiped it away. How did that happen? We didn't want that. Crayolas and Prismacolors are fighting. So the reason I decided on crayons, I just took the first thing that I could get without everything crashing down. I haven't been able to decide on a sketchbook I'm going to use, a blank one that I'm going to use for the year. I haven't been able to do that. All of that is like reliant on me getting my desk together. And all of that is reliant on me getting that light. But I figure when it gets here, then it's time to do it. Until it gets here, it's not time to do it. I did get the Samsung tablet that I had ordered that did come on Saturday, which I was kind of surprised, but that did come on Saturday. And now I'm just trying to figure it out. And I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's not mirroring like my phone mirrors, and I don't know why that is, but like I haven't really fooled around with it that much. And I did open Restream on it, but now I need a better way to position my it on my desk so it can, you know, film or whatever. Now I'm just trying to remember. Now, why did I get this again? Because I'm like, I don't remember why I got it. That's like how my brain has just been scrambled. So I have to remember why, but I do want to mirror it because I want to be able to do Discord on my on the tablet, because I'm trying to limit what I put on this computer, on both of these computers. And yeah, so that's actually the part of the objective is that. And there was another reason, and I can't remember that offhand. So it'll come back to my memory. I guess when I need to remember, I'll remember. But I have it solely for one thing, so, to do with coloring. Whew, that's a lot. But yeah, I need to get my sketching stuff together. Get back on that 100 days of sketching. Which is, went over again. Which is really a nice thing to do when I'm, officially back at work. Like having to leave the house, go to work. Because then it's relaxing. Sketching is relaxing for me. I think I even don't like to draw so much as I like to sketch. Not that I don't like to draw, but drawing takes more concentration. Sketching is just kind of loose and whatever. Although I do need to start drawing, but I don't know. I'm just like, whatever relaxes me is kind of what I'm after these days. There's too many have-tos in my life right now that if I don't have to, I'm not gonna. Unless I like it and I want to. And I feel it does something for me. I feel I'm going to use some kind of marker there. Yeah, I'm trying to do. Yeah, I want to do something like that, and I'm trying to figure out how do I want to set this up. Did I use this one? Can't remember. Or do we want to use more brown? More brown? What other kind of browns do we have? It's brown, regular brown. I don't know why I did that one first. Oh well. Yeah, these do not like this paper. They're acting like the old Crayolas on this paper. Or the regular ones. I think what worked best on this paper were my color pencils. I think. I'm gonna put some kind of pen over this, I think. Maybe bronze. There's a lot of there. Not that much on there. I really feel like I have a headache. I have a doctor's appointment this week and I have to drive an hour to get there. Yuck. So probably gonna try and just make a day of it while I'm out. Just go a bunch of places to make it worth my while. Yeah, we're doing bronze on these. So I'll cover up where I overlapped with the blue. Take care, Crafty. Nice seeing you. I still have to figure out those the jelly roll pens and like some of those like the moonlit colors and things like that. I have to figure them out. I still don't know. I still don't understand them. I know it's only a gel pen, but like for me, it's not only a gel pen. I'm just like, what is this? I don't understand. There's something with it that I guess people usually do with it that like I don't. It's not in my wheelhouse. Well, I guess we're using this guy some more. When I was watching those trash theory videos, the new British canon, there were some groups that I watched and artists that I watched that I like them, musicians, and after watching them, it's like I don't know if I like them anymore. They really like it's like what a horrible person. Just like, made me feel some kind of way. Um, People that were like they were doing drugs when they made certain things. I had no idea. Well, of course, I would have no idea, but I had no idea. I'm like, really? It's like, It's like I don't know if I like you anymore. Or, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this song after this. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. Made me feel some kind of way. Then there was one that I watched of this group that I never liked. There was one song that they did that I thought was kind of cool. It was by the group is Manic Street Preachers, and man, that one guy, that one guitarist, he was really screwed up. He wound up like disappearing, like they don't know. He's like a missing person. They never found out what happened with him. Um, but he was, and I always knew that story, but I didn't know his whole story, like in his story with the band and how he was and stuff. And I was like, goodness gracious. We're talking beyond tortured soul. This is like there's something really going on there. Mental and spiritual. There's something going on. Just really bizarre. And it makes me kind of want to know, can we go back to your childhood and find out what your childhood was? That's what I want to know now. Is like, what was his childhood? What was, like, I don't know, like, why was he like that? You don't get like that from nothing. Like, I don't know. It's sad, actually. It's like, wow. I think, like, the way it was when me growing up, when you don't really find out anything about these groups, because there was no social media and internet and all that. I mean, some ways it was a blessing, and in some ways it's a blessing to have it. I it's just, I don't know how I would have felt about some of these groups if I knew what they did. I don't know how much it would have affected me, because on the one hand, I know that I read books I read books they have all by people, like novels and things and poetry by people who, you know, some of them wouldn't even have thought I was a human being back in the day. So, and we all read stuff by people that, like, they would not have acknowledged us for various reasons. Um, but we appreciate the work. We appreciate what they wrote and what they created. And so I guess in a way it's still like this. It's like I can appreciate this group without ever having done any drug. I still like the music. I don't know why they had to do the drug, but I think they could have come up with it without it, really. But that was their choice. But yeah, it was kind of eye-opening. There were some that I actually gained more respect for. One in particular was Peter Gabriel. I watched one on him and I was like, wow. He stopped going on tour and left Genesis because he and his wife had a daughter. They had a very difficult birth. And he stopped being with the band to stay home and, take care of things. Now that's a good heart. That's what a husband should do. But, that's not something you often hear of in rock and roll, or whatever, progressive rock or anything, any popular music. You don't hear of, men doing that. So I put Peter Gabriel in the same category as Neil Young. He's a real human being, a good man, on top of being a great musician. I just was very impressed with that. Yeah, I saw that. I almost put a comment underneath your video, and I thought, no, Linda, just chill. Just say, yay, you joined the challenges. I have to go watch the video too. I started and then I had to stop because I had to do something here in the house, and then I got sidetracked. Okay, what else are we doing with this? Anything? I kind of want to finish it. What time is it? 1 hour, 10 minutes. I've been on. Okay, I can finish this. Just dry. Once I start going with the bling, it's kind of like I don't stop. So I'm trying to kind of not do it yet, but I'm having a hard time resisting. What we got in here? I want my bronze. I keep using these markers. I love these markers so much. Oh, where are you? Not that color. I want the. I heard my husband come in. I wonder if he got my crayons. I'm tempted to run downstairs and check again. Yeah, this is the bronze. Arg. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm kind of eager. I don't know why, but I am kind of eager for those crayons. Well, because also there's 36 in that set instead of 24. So I want to see what the additional crayons are in there. I don't know what I'll do with the light comes here. I don't think I'm ready today to do any desk renovation. I'll probably wait till tomorrow or Wednesday maybe for that. Or even the weekend. I don't know. Because this past weekend just has me so discombobulated. There we go. That's what I wanted. I have to find my other mandala that I've been doing for the one color challenge. I'm doing all grays. And I think I did more work on it after working on it Friday. And I put it down so I could get, fresh eyes on it and even, maybe be ready to pull out some different coloring tools. I'm covering the lines, Foxy. And again, I don't know why. I just I don't know. Can I do in here? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not the best with markers, that's for sure. You end up dealing with that lighting thing. Well, it seems a little better at the moment, and maybe that's because it's light outside. And then I mess up. Now I have to cover that line. I wasn't trying to. Oh shoot, I just realized. I needed to call my orthodontist, change my appointment date. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Okay. See, when I start doing the bling, I keep, you know, going. Maybe to too much. Yeah, it does. It gives you something to do in between. It's nice. And also gives you a way to focus on whatever you are coloring, like a way to kind of, sometimes you look at it and you're like, I don't know what to do for a palette, or I don't know this. And so it gives you a way to approach it. Like I said, I'm not good with markers. You see how I went over that line? Let's do above first. I figure you don't get better with markers unless you use them. So I'm using them. These look like zipper tabs. Okay. I'm going to leave that one for now. Let that kind of dry. Try not to smear any of it because I have a habit of doing that. Not waiting and then whatever it is smears. So I think I'm going to leave it at that stage. I can show. What have I been working on? I know there's one thing I've been working on that I started Saturday just because I didn't know what else to do. And then flip through the grains of gold to decide on, I don't know, if every Pearl watches the replay or something, figure out which page to do. She'll know which pages I'm kind of interested in. But I was thinking of finishing pages or finishing a book for the year, and I don't know which book that's going to be, but I figure working on them as if I'm going to, working towards finishing them. And so I actually started working on this page in the Kirby book. As raggedy as that background looks, I kind of like it. So I like the raggedy background. Yeah. Yeah, I like using everything that I have and making sure that I'm using everything that I have. Because we have them to use them, right? So I started working on this page, even though, I don't know, I was like, I don't know what it was that made me use this. It's like, just do it, you know. One issue with it is that on the other side is this page, because these darn two-sided images in this book. And I learned something from this side. The one thing that I did when I made this, which I really like how it turned out, and it was totally like, oh, I don't care, just do something. And it just came out, and I don't even know, I can't even tell you what I did. I can't even tell you, but it just happened. but it also bled through this side, that brown part, a little bit. And so I wanted to make sure I did a background that was going to cover up that. And so I used acrylic markers. Actually, like it wasn't. I don't know if it was this one, but I used acrylic markers. It was this brand. There's like two colors in there that are kind of reddish, and so um, and then I think I went over it again with pencil, and then I kind of didn't like how the pencil was doing because I couldn't find the right red, but I just said I'm going to make it work for me. Um, and I kind of like how it looks kind of rustic and kind of, scruffy. I kind of like that. And so, I don't know, I'm not opposed to it. And I think that might look interesting once I spray the page. If I spray the page with like the glossy finish thing, I think that might look kind of interesting. So I'm leaving it. Um, so it serves more than one purpose, that it's covering up the red stuff. Oh, you see here, I love this stuff. Marumu butter. Muru butter. Sorry, I didn't even say it right. My hair loves this stuff. Anyway, um, yeah, so it keeps moving around. Um, so I started working on this page, which is really intimidating because everything's really small. But it says, okay, I know what I need to use on this. I need to use small diameter pencils and gel pens. And so I just went at it. It's like, no, it's not my favorite thing, but let's learn something from it. So that's what I've been doing. Um, then I figure if I just pick one bug out, that's funny, a day or whatever, then, eventually I'll have the page done. I've spent a lot of time worrying about the fact that there are gems on this page. It's like, you know what? So what if they don't turn out right? Just do them, you know, and I'll learn something from it. And I can examine it and do better next time. But if you don't do it, you'll never know what your capability is with it and then be able to know how you want to upgrade from there. So, I do have books and things that show how to color gems, but like I don't get time for all that. I just don't feel like doing it. I just want to color. I'm just I may sound impatient or whatever, but I do. I just want to color. If it doesn't turn out perfect, oh well. There's sometimes when I really do have the time to like think about things and like read up how to do it and whatever and try and do it, but most of the times I don't have that kind of time. So, thanks. I mean, really, do bugs really hang out in a fancy place anyway? I mean, let's be real. Even if they're all fancied up with gems. But so I started working on this page. Then I continued working on this page because I actually had started it, did like the hat and everything, and so I went in. I put some shading and things on the hat. I put another blue over this. Um, Initially, when I worked on this, I was frustrated because the color I wanted it wasn't happening, and that made me want to give it up. But I'm coming back to it, and I'm just finishing it. And I guess I could do this for the cat coloring challenge. Um, and I had already had like this kind of maroonish brown color of the cat, like because I've seen like what do they call them, Norwegian cats or whatever, Norwegian something cats that are kind of like a maroonish brown color. They're really gorgeous. I wouldn't mind having one, but anyway, so I wanted to make the cat that color. So I went in and like did more with the color and kind of made it the color I wanted because it was kind of brownish red, and so I kind of tried to turn it a little more kind of purplish pinkish to bring out that kind of maroonish kind of color, maroonish brown. And then I did gray for his hair, and I'm thinking I'm going to use white acrylic marker to kind of bring out the white. So I colored in as much as a lot of this gray because then I want to go in with marker to like kind of bring out the white and let the gray be the shading. And yeah, there's all this kind of mechanical stuff on them or whatever. We're gonna wait for when we're kind of in the mood to like tackle that, but we're gonna tackle that. So at some point, whatever day feels good. So yeah, I did some contouring on his face for the white. I did underneath the hat. So that's another one I worked on, and those are like the first 2 full pages in the book is this, and this. So this is the first Kirby book that I own, and I love this page so much. I was thinking about actually taking this page out and working on it since the book is kind of falling apart anyway. I could take the page out and work on both sides of this. I still need to finish up this one, like all these creatures. But this is where I was starting to get a feel for how to deal with Kirby. And I started like doing the blocking out the colors. But then it's on the other side of this one. And it's like, oh, I love this one. And I have to finish this in these colors. And that's why I haven't continued it, is because I want to get all the same colors. I just want to keep doing that. The blue, green, and brown, and gold. I really like this palette. This one I messed up because of what's on the other side. I think I have this in another book, though, now, where I can, but I may actually, who knows, I may actually color this and make it work. You know, even with the blotchy things on it. Then, okay, I kind of mix these around because everything's all like, the pages are coming out. And I thought, might as well go with it. This page I haven't finished. I really love this one. And I really don't like that it's separated. That it's a 2-pager. Does it actually go this way? Yeah, it actually goes this way. Hey, Taylor. No, I don't know how it goes. I think it goes this way. Yeah, there we go. It goes like this. I don't know. It doesn't go after the tiger, though. That's what I mean. All the pages are coming out. So it's like... this one I wound up doing in these colors because of what was on the other side. And this is another one where I was getting the idea of blocking out colors. One second. So I was kind of working with that. That's how I did the tiger. And I started out, this is the thing, I use alcohol markers, and that's where I kind of I liked using them in here, and it's a pity because this paper is really good for alcohol markers, but the fact that they're not two-sided pages or whatever doesn't, or that they are two-sided images on the pages, alcohol markers don't, pose a problem in this book. So I still have to finish this one, kind of, sort of. I think I actually colored in just about everything in here, but I needed to darken the images. And I didn't know how to do that and not have things get smeary and everything. But now I do have tools to do that. I have those Staedtler fine liner markers, and I also have the Caran d'Ache pencils, which they like kick up they pump up the volume on color. So on top of anything, if you put those on here, it like brightens things up. And so that's probably what I will use to do that in here. Use the Caran d'Ache pencils. And I need to do backgrounds on a lot of these images in here that are like this with the big animal head. So yeah, so I wound up trying to figure out like what will blend in with what bled through on this side of the page, and I wound up doing pink and gold. And there's so much in this freaking image that yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna finish it, but I will finish it. It just might be a while. And I had to like step away a little bit, well, a lot, to get to make my eyes would like see it again, because after a while your eyes get numb to it. And even as I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking, oh, I could add this or that or the other, but I wasn't feeling that when I left off working on this, which was like, I don't even know how long ago, probably over a year ago. So I'll come back to this sometime. They're in two-sided images. Yeah, and it's on the other side of this, which makes me not want to do a whole lot on this side because I don't want anything to bleed over. And also when I was working on this, I didn't know my tools better than I do now. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm going to do something though. In part, I have the washi tape to do the junk journaling, but like I still understand all the ways and things to do with it. I also thought about using them in my Johanna Basford books. So because those books have a lot of white space, and so I figure there's things you can do with it with framing and things. But I'm also going to watch Creative Paula's video where she does a coloring page. I think she said she did a coloring page with all washi tape or something like that. So I want to watch her video too to see what she does and how she did that. So yeah, so I have to be careful. I'm not going to use any alcohol markers on this at all because I don't want them to bleed through to the other side. But I have pencils now that I know will lay down really vibrant colors. So that's probably something I'm going to add to this, like to be able to do some like contouring and things like that. Make some of these colors that are already here pop, and then get an idea of how to continue with other pencils. And I also thought like from this side and this side don't have to be the same. That's why I kind of went through on this side I used more yellow, more bright yellow, whereas on this side I have beige. And I think I want it to stay that way where it's kind of different and it looks like the color is, like, I don't know, like the sun's going over or something and one part is reflected one way and one part's reflected another. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it. So then there's this one, which I love, but I don't love that it's, two-sided pages. It reminds me of that Japanese painting of the water. And I like how I did the water here, but that's a whole lot of coloring of water. So that's going to be, I don't know, sometime where I just feel like being meditative and just coloring wave after wave after wave. I really like this picture a lot. Got to do some thinking about the boat, though, of what to do with that. Which actually, as I look at it now, I like it, and I know that it needs more to bring out some of this, but yeah, what that is and how to do that to bring out just the colors that are already there is what I got to think about. There's this one, which I was thinking about this weekend and almost tackled, because I'm trying to figure out how do I make, what do I do like for the background, and then also color, how do I color the web? Yeah, I don't know. There's like so many things in here. And I keep thinking I want the web itself to look kind of like it's glowing white. But then when I color, um, put a background color in there, am I going to still see the web? How am I going to color the web if I don't see the web? And what can I color this with which will give me coverage, but I'll also see the web? I don't know. So I'm thinking on this one. I really like this page, but it's also, I don't know how to color it. Plain and simple. So, yeah. So thinking on that one. Colored this one. I think this was the second one I colored in this book. And it's been through a whole lot of transformations, but it's at its final whatever, as far as I know. But it was a lot. It was a lot. There's probably still things that I could do with it, but I'm not. I've had enough. You can see in here, a whole lot of stuff happened under this part. I don't know if you can see it as good on camera, but yeah, a whole lot of changes went on there. With me trying to figure out what to do. Oops, and look, there's still a spot that's not colored on it. Yeah, in the corner. I didn't even see that before. So yeah, finished, not finished. Yeah, this I threw a whole lot of stuff at this. Well, maybe not a whole lot, but it was a whole lot for me between markers and what was it, like a paint marker, a white paint marker, gel pens, pencils, and trying to figure out lots of stuff. It was crazy. And this one, probably the only one that I have like the background colored in. This one is actually finished. Although I do see things I could still do on it. This one is finished. And I know this camera isn't like showing it too well. Because it's like two-sided. The Rhino. This is my first time using the Marabou art crayons. Who's that? That needs something. There's still more I could do on here. Let me see little spots like his eyes. There's more I could do. I could do some contouring on the whatever that is. Sea serpent. There was a lot of things to color in here. And it was hard trying to find where the serpent was. Like, oh my gosh. Like, he's got pieces like all over the place. So it was like, ah. Parts of this I really like, and parts of this are like, probably could have done a little bit more. But that was a lot of work. And the butterfly, which I pulled out every single purple pencil I had in every brand at the time. And man, this is as far as I got. It was tedious doing that. That's all I can say. And that's why it's not finished. I don't know. It's just is a lot. But who knows? Let me pull it out one day. I was trying to keep it where certain objects were what I did with the certain color pencil. But it got hard to keep up with that. It got really hard to keep up with that. And again, it's a cool image, but it's on, crazy. Two different sides of the page. This one I've seen a lot of people color, and I haven't done it yet. It might be the last one I do, just because. I don't know. It's there. This is one of the first ones I did, and this was the first one. Actually, oh, and I see, like, I could do in there. I don't have to, but I could. I was on, it was in a live with the View as a View, or Coloring View, that, and she showed me how to blend, what was it? How to blend, was it the Mirabu Art Crayon? I think. And that's where I first learned, and she taught me. And I watched because I always wondered how she got those really nice, vibrant gold backgrounds. Now, this isn't as vibrant and gold as like some of her backgrounds are, but this is the first time I did that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that was like the light bulb came on for me for that. And see, I look at this now and it's like, yeah, there's things I can do. Like I look contouring and things like that to make the color pop more. But, perhaps when I feel like doing something, whatever. I did this one, and I was trying to make them kind of like opposites, and I also was trying to use marker a little bit more. And I did the color blocking in here too with water-based markers. You can see like the streaking on the face. Like that's the thing I'm trying to learn not to do. But still not there yet. Still wasn't there yet then either. But yeah, I was trying to do the color blocking and trying to color the page and to make it easier to color the page by doing that blocking out of colors on a very busy page. One thing that really got me coloring this page were these cute little things. These little dinosaurs are so adorable. I love them, and the alligator too. They're like so freaking cute with their little eyes. Kind of reminds me of our dog that we just lost in June. He had eyes like that. It's just like just reminds me like that. Just looks like a little cuddly thing. Yeah, I did like the little unidentified Kirby objects in this one. I just think they're all adorable. Every single one of them. This one at the top that's like laughing. This one here. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's hilarious. Uh, Thank you, Taylor. Yeah, it turned out better than like I had thought it was. I just was like, oh my gosh, and like trying to color a skull, and then you can't really see where the skull ends in here. Like it doesn't have the, so it was like you got to kind of imagine it or cover it up or something. I was just stressing out. Then yeah, busy, 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 busy. So I started trying to tackle these really busy pages. Trying to find a way to deal with it. And I was also using the water-based markers, kind of helped with blocking out color. Um, yeah, and providing a base for me to do some things to kind of show contour and things like that. I'm looking at these birds and I feel like they need more. I like I like the face on this one. That's me today. That was me this weekend. Really? Okay. Let me see like my page shrunk. Although that's kind of wider, huh? Kind of need it wider. So then, oh, here's another one of them pages. This is probably the first. I think this might have been the first animal head page I did. I don't know why he does these things with the huge animal heads. But what I tried to do was actually like take the blocking and make it just kind of stream from him to the objects. And I don't know, I just did it for whatever reason. Still need a background for this one. It kind of did make it easier to focus when coloring, to have the different lines of color. I don't know about how it looks or whatever, but it is what it is. Then the trees threw me off. It's like, oh, now we need another color. Basically what I did was like just to put down a base color that you want that section or area to be. So like what I did was I went from here I used like a water-based marker, and I just did this color, and I did it, okay, how do I want this color to flow on this picture? And I just did this. All the objects in this line I did red with the water-based marker, and just like not coloring detail, but just kind of just sweeping across it, just filling in color just to here. And then afterwards I went in and started doing detail of all the objects. And I think for most of these, I did. I blocked out, red to here, yellow to here, and just kind of did that before I colored the area. So that's what I mean by blocking out color, deciding what base color I want for that particular area. Yeah, he was hard because he was like, he had two sides, this one. So it's like I had to do part of him in black and part of him in red. And I think I hadn't realized at the time that he was divided. So that one. So I thought, well, let's try this, because I wanted to experiment with ways to color Kirby that wouldn't stress me out. And it actually did work. It did help me focus when I was coloring. Like I said, I don't know about the result. Doing the bear head was hard. That was really hard. I was going over and over and over it, and I noticed I still need to do his teeth. I didn't color his teeth. But yeah, so I need to do a background on this still. This is a lot of work though. Coloring, and then I left it. It's like, oh no, now there's a cabin too. It's like, I don't know what color the cabin is supposed to be. I just made it brown. It's like I can't be going on with that red, blue, and gray. But these, like, I mean, I didn't date them at all, but like, I don't know, this was probably like 2 years ago or more that I did this one. I love this page, but I haven't done it. I love this page, but I feel like I messed it up. But as I look at it now, I feel like I can rehab this page. But it also seems like it's going to be a lot of work to rehab it. But, it's on the list. And I totally forgot what pencils I used on this, which doesn't help. But now I think I have enough distance from it where, like, I don't care what pencils I used on it. I have things that I can rehab it with, other pencils. But then I still have a lot left to color. But my favorite thing was these dragons. It's like, oh, I don't want to mess it up. I love these dragons. I don't want to mess it up. And I think I was afraid to do anything else because I loved the dragons so much. So I'm going to have to do that part. But I'm not as scared of it now as I was back then to try and finish this page. I was really scared to finish this page. It's like, I'm just going to mess the whole thing up. I think my confidence level is further, and I guess my experience too is further. So this whale page, which makes absolutely no sense to me, but you know what? This might be one for me to do just like I did with the camel. and do the 1 color challenge with it, or a 2 color challenge with it. Again, do the thing with blocking out colors, like maybe decide I want all the ones here to be orange, all the ones up here to be pink, all the ones on this side to be some other color, and just do that first. That also helps me figure out, like, how does this look? How do these colors go together, and what do I want this part to be, or that part to be in color? So it kind of helps me see things that way too. Figure out what I want the overall palette to be for the page. Because I'm really lousy at trying to figure out a palette ahead of time. That kind of evades me somewhat. And when I think of approaching this page this way, it actually it just made me feel better. Looking at it, it's like, oh yeah, I can do this page. That made me feel better just thinking of it in that way. That would be wild. What would turquoise? Oh, although the water's blue, isn't it? But turquoise, pink, orange, brown. Leave the sharks gray. Make the sky, make the water a lighter blue. Yeah, that just popped into my head when I thought of it that way. I actually gave myself a way to approach this, which I might do sooner rather than later. Huh. Okay. Haven't done this one. All these objects on the side are keeping me from doing that. But I do like the page. I especially like the center of the page and how the objects come in on the side. But, ooh, chow. I need a strategy for this one. Haven't done this one. I think I've seen some people who have colored this one. Still haven't finished this one. What's her name? What do you call it? What's her name? I can't remember her name. Again, more snakes. I colored these snakes before those other snakes. I need more contouring in here. I didn't have the pencils at the time to do it, but I do now. So that's probably what I would do to go further with this page. Another dragon. Another busyness on the other side. There's a lot of busyness in this book, obviously. There's another one. This seems like relatively easier to color, but it's still got a lot of busyness going on. But, yeah, there's a lot of books, a lot of pages in here I haven't. And this is color morphia. So the images that are in this book are actually in other. It's a compilation of things that are of images that are in his other books. So there's that one. What else have I colored in here? So there's a lot that's not colored in this book, as you can tell. This is super busy. This is insane. I almost think I deal with this as 2 separate pages, except there's crossover in there. Which, how are you supposed to color in the crack? You can't color in the crack. I almost would probably break this and take this out to color it, because you can't color in the crack. I find that so annoying. There's the dragon page. That's another 2-sided image. Or it's on 2, I don't know how to say that. This is a relatively simple page. Although sometimes that can be deceptive with Kirby, but it seems relatively simple. I don't know, this might be one that I do when I'm kind of like, let's just, pick a different page. I can kind of chill with this one. This image is similar to one I know Bubbles was working on. I don't think it's the same one, but he's got another one with a crow as well as this one. I don't know what the heck to do with it. Truth be told. This one, where like not only does he have a lot of objects in there, they are the tiniest of all. Ugh. Just a thought. I can't deal with the thought. I could see myself blocking out colors on this one and just kind of, I don't know, ignoring half the stuff in there. Actually, that might be something to do. Ignore half the stuff in there and just color over it with like acrylic paint or marker. Just ignore it. And just leave the objects in there you want. Because that's just way too much. Too much going on. And then there's this one, which I think is kind of silly. It's really big and on 2 pages. And the creature is like, what the heck is that? I don't know. This one, oh God. Blocking out colors on that one. And there's this one that I worked on for a long time, and I was throwing everything at it. Everything. And do-overs and all kinds of stuff. And I'm still not finished with it now that I look at it. I still got some of these little objects here to do. And I colored him brown before I realized who it was, that it's the Anubius, who actually is black. But I suppose I could like color and make him black. I could do that. I might do that. A lot of work. A lot of mistakes and do-overs on this one. This one I haven't finished, but I know I did them with my color pencils. And it's a lot of the same color, and it was really tedious. And so I don't run back to this too often. Until I can't remember the last time I worked on this. And when I did this side, I didn't think of actually having one be one color and one be the other, and having all of everything in here pink. Because if I had, I would have done that. But at the time, I didn't like coloring with just one color. That bored the heck out of me. Now, I could probably do that. So who knows? Maybe I'll go over some of these with pink. I don't know. We'll see. That's just a lot. A lot going on there. Then this one. This is another one where I actually went in and I colored spaces with a water-based marker to say I'm going to do this here. And I actually kind of did that to be able to figure out what was what in the picture, because it was kind of hard to tell. They were just all together like some of those other, you see in those other uncolored pictures. And so I did that, coloring with this whatever pinkish color it was, to figure out what was what. And then use the green as well. And the gray. Because it was hard to figure out where's the rock, where's the wood, where's the plants, all that kind of stuff. It was just really hard to figure out. So I blocked out the colors again. And still got to finish this one. First thing I did was a dog, though. A wolf. Or coyote. It's kind of like a coyote. I did this one. Still not done with it, because I got these little objects in here to do. But it's that one. I tried to use marker for the background, and you see my little streakiness going on there. Because I don't know how to use markers. Didn't know then. Still really don't know now. I'm learning. They didn't have all these color stripes on the iguana. I put them on there because I thought, what good is an iguana if he doesn't have, some kind of color? I don't know. It's such a big space. I thought, well, you don't want a big lump of green or whatever. So I put more stripes on them. This page, oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish this. This is the first with me trying to use something with water in it or something on the sky. And this kind of went with what wound up happening. And then I had to try and kind of duplicate it on this side. Looks like Marabou Art Crayon. Looks like what I was using when I look at that. So maybe I used Gamsol with it. But then all these hairs, and I was trying to color each type of hair the same way. You can see there, like there's these two. I'm going to show it. Oh, I can pick this up because it's separated. Like these two, because they looked like they were similar. So I kind of tried to color them the same way. Trying to make them all look different because I didn't want to color them all the same. That would be like really boring to color for me. And I'm still not done with all the hairs. I was trying to finish them up. That might be a way to tackle this. But I was trying to make it look like they were running from something dark into like the light. Come to the light, Carol Ann. And so I was trying to make all the mushrooms on this side look dark. And this one is like two-toned, like it's dark on this side and light on the other. And then I did this one that was red that just kind of blows everything out the window. So that kind of messed that up. But yeah. So I was kind of trying to stick to some kind of narrative in my head as I colored this. A lot of work. I don't know. Well, this is the very first Kirby page I ever colored right here. This is the first one. So for better or worse, that was the first Kirby I ever colored. And I think the first page in any of like these, named coloring folks that I ever did. Between like all these people, Joanna Basford, Anna Carlson, Maria Troll, all those people. This is the first page I ever colored like that. It was hard. I was like, huh? I just kept scratching my head. I was like, it doesn't look like much. A lot going on. Dealing with colors getting kind of muddy and things like that. But right now, it looks more vibrant to me than it felt like it was at the time. But I still feel like there's things I could bring out. But like, I don't know if I feel like messing with it at all. I think that might be it. I don't think I might any further than that. Yeah, so there's a lot to do in this book. There's really a lot that I need to do in it. Let's see, what else have I been doing? I think that's pretty much it. I just was working in here. That was it. And these two. Trying to use my jelly rolls too in this a little bit. Use it on this one. So I'm going to take one more look. I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to take one more look to see if my husband got the mail. And see if I got my crayons. My crayons. Yep, I got them. So let's see. Hold on. Oh no, that's not what it is. Never mind. Oh my gosh, everything's getting here before that. Huh. That's not what I thought. That's so funny. I picked it up. I automatically thought it was that. I wonder if I got the mail. That's so weird. Oh well. It wasn't what I thought it was. It is some other mail. That is fun mail, but it's some other mail. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, on pages, the way they come out and everything, it's like, you need another plan for them or something, because that just doesn't, oh my gosh. I did firmly seal this. I don't know if what I have is something I can share, and it's actually from someone who's an artist. And she's on YouTube. I watch her on YouTube. And, oh, yeah, I'm just going to keep these for myself. But I gotta remember, what did I get again? I'm sorry, that's rude. I'm opening the packages and not showing you. Got a calendar from her. Anyway, I thought that. Well, I wonder if he got the mail at the mailbox, or I wonder if they delivered it to the wrong place. That would be interesting. That would be comedy of errors. Oh brother. Okay, I look just like that critter on that one page. I'm telling you, that's how the days have been lately. Just want to roll your eyes. Oh my gosh, this doesn't want to go back in the package. Okay, I get it. Arrgh. Anyway, do I want to color some more or no? What happened to my thing here? Yeah, I don't know. They have some of them on Amazon US, but I suppose if you did Amazon UK, you might be able to find those, just like how she told you to, was telling you about going to the Japanese site of Amazon Japan. You probably can go to Amazon UK and find them. I found like a mythographic that's French on the US website. Um, and so you can go change country region. United States is what I'm on. I had no idea you could do this, actually. In the drop down, where at the top next to where it says your name and account and list, you can change the country. I just found that out just now. Like while I'm on here. So I'm changing it to United Kingdom. And then it says go to website. Okay, so now I'm going to the UK version. And it says we're showing you items that dispatch to the United States. To see items that dispatch to a different country, change your delivery address. Okay, so I'm going to dismiss that because I'm not changing my address. And search Amazon UK. I'm going to put in, I wish I could like screen share this or whatever. See if I still had the, what do you call it? The Movavi, I could, but okay. So now they have, wow. Well, is it? Oh no, theirs comes out in April. Okay, I saw the Dark Fairy Tales that's supposed to come out in March. They have it on their site, but theirs doesn't come out until April. So okay. Anyway, or something like that. No, it says March 27th. Anyway, so they have Kirby Rosanna's Extreme Coloring 7 Books Collection Set for €29.99. but then it's $20.80 delivery to the US. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep. I don't know why I never thought of doing this before. Yeah. They got them all. That's wild. Hmm. Okay, so what happens? They've got like 3 pages of them? Oh, they're showing some other people too, not just Kirby. They have a set that's for $23.99 that has 5 books. Yeah, I had no idea. So that's all you have to do is switch. Yeah, that's the one that's coming out in March. Yeah, yeah. I pre-ordered it. I was like, yes, awesome. I had no idea you could just switch like that. That's wild. Oh my gosh, you can change the currency you want to shop in too? That's wild. So it changes the amount to US dollars. Wow. Amazon. Man, you make it hard to ignore you. Oh my gosh, I wonder if um hmm, that's wild. Although you pay more for shipping than you do for the book on some of these, if not all of them. I just like I don't know. It was in my suggestions, but if you go to the if you search for Kirby Rosetta's books, it'll show up, and that's how I wound up pre-ordering it. Oh my gosh, they have a spiral. They have a what? U.S. has a spiral bound version of Alien Worlds. Although I'm not sure I would want spiral bound because it's probably going to cut into the image, which is worse than it being, you know, the crappy binding. Crappy binding is better than having the image cut into by spiral. Huh. This is wild. Oh, this is probably where people were getting their Disney books. They said you can't. Didn't somebody say you can't get Disney books in the U.S. or something like that? Something weird like that. I'm not a Disney fan, so I'm gonna do France. See what comes up. Child, I'm way too excited now. Who showed? It's sad I learned this. Oh Lord, we're in trouble now. Goodness gracious. They don't have much. Their site looks weird. You know what? I don't even know how it happened. Cause like, see, I clicked too fast, but somehow I wound up on a page like the one that said change the country, and I was able to change the currency. Wow. Well, I'll have to remember this. Okay, what do they say for Let's look up Holbein's and see what happens. Actually, in the UK site, I was going to look up the colored pencils that I have that I know are from the UK and made in the UK. $150. Oh, they're not available. They don't even have a price under them. 150 color wood box set of Holbein colored pencil, Japan import. They don't have any. It's not available. Wow. Toutes les offres. I might be able to learn some French. But they're saying two offers for 430 euros. I don't know. What? Really? 430? Dang. That's wild. Okay, where's my translation? I thought it was going to translate for me. Can you translate? Because like I don't want to be reading the whole thing in French. Hmm. Yeah, no Holbeins on that site. So I want to see if I can change to oh, now this let me. Okay, when I clicked on French again, underneath there's a thing for currency. So when you go back to where you change the country, you can also see where it the option to change the currency. I think because it also allowed me just now to change the language. I mean, change the language so that I'm seeing the French site but with English language. Yeah, so the Holbeins, they don't have no featured offers from France. Okay, let's change country region some more. Child, they're gonna be so sick of me. I wonder if we can get them from Singapore. See who show. Why did I learn this? Like, oh yeah. See, this happens to me every time I go to the Japanese site. You have to enter, the "Are you human?" thing. I don't feel like going through all that. Sometimes I don't feel human, but I am. So like, leave me alone. Oh, oh wait. So now this says, huh? I'm so confused. I wonder if you got the mail. That's so weird. It says it was delivered 2:15 p.m. What time is it? Yeah, it's 4:30. Anyway, he was the one that had boots on, so like I left it up to him to get the mail. Interesting. So I learned something. I want my I want my crayons. I want my crayons. I feel like I need to color a little bit, but I don't know if I feel like these guys. They do too much work. It's also the opening page, but so I think it's been 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna stop. Yeah, Japan don't play. They don't. They're like, not letting you people in here. You foreigners, you be messing things up. Like that one guy, that one streamer that goes over and just, well, a bunch of them seem to go over there from the States and just want to be offensive. Like, what's wrong with them? They need to be locked up. They should lock them up there. Just lock them up and teach them a lesson. Lock them up. This is rude. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I need more coffee. I have some work I need to do. And I got some other things I need to figure out. So, um, thanks for joining me. And see you around on the YouTube streets. I'll be around. I think there was just somebody goes live on Monday. And you know me, I never remember. My brain is so bad. I need to write down the schedule of other people so I remember. Or so I have something to remind me. But yep, I will see y'all around. Bye bye.